I do not know what tonight's live is going to be about. There is no particular special, and I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I'm late. Anybody's here? Glucky, are you here? Hey! Just me and you. Okay, so it's just gonna be me and you tonight. I hope. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hope that. I want all my kindreds here. Hi, Amira. All right. What am I doing? I'm getting on my channel. My poor pumpkin hasn't seen me all day, and she's breaking down the door to come inside. She's so strong. You can get on the list, loose. Hi, y'all. Oh, Giggles, you're here on time, and I'm late. That's perfect. We were the perfect blend. Oh my gosh, and I got mad at you for running late, and now I'm running late. Oh, wow. All right, Gloria. Gloria. FNL. Gloria. At $5. And Amira. At $5. And you guys also can donate. Darn it. So I'm going to go ahead and go get that link and put that. Or maybe not tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Loose. $5. And Guacky. $7. You should not be spending so much money on me. And Guacamole, you're sending me presents and spending money on me, and you're working for me. So, what? What are you doing? You're too nice. All right. It's busy at work, Gloria. Giggles! You made it. You made the list. Yay. All right, so we can do whatever you want to tonight, but I think it would be fun to. Oh, I have something that I want to try with somebody. It's a conversation with your person instead of just messages from your person. Talk to them. Well, I tried to do this once before, and it's hard when a lot of people comment. So sometimes it will work better if somebody tells me, okay, so let's see what's coming in for you in May. Let's do it. What's coming in for you in May? Let me go see. Let's see. Okay. So we got a little bit of, we're gonna have some kisses tonight. And we got some starseed stuff. We've got our pastel journey. And, okay, yeah, me and you, we're gonna do this. I definitely want to make you my guinea pig, okay? Mm-hmm. Might want to do this in, maybe in person with you. Like, video chat or something first to try this out. But anyway, I have an idea. So maybe you'll work this out with me. Or we could do it tonight. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe when it's your turn, we'll try this out. Okay. We can do, well, I was thinking Okay, several different message decks, but I don't have everything on hand in the second, but I can go get things. Okay, so first, yeah, yes, all right. All right, and then also have, oh, the sacred earth. It feels very time to recognize the earth and all its wonder. So guys, I'm sorry I'm running late. I was out doing a video for you and enjoying the country and visiting my mom and had dinner with her and yeah, and got lovely blue bonnets. So you'll see that tomorrow morning. I'll post the blue bonnet video. So you'll see that, yes, I found blue bonnets. I found a lot of them, and I had to pick a good place to pull over and film, and I found a quiet spot, and I didn't want to smush them too much, so I found a place that where I could lay on grass, and then there were blue bonnets right next to it. So yeah. All right, Gloria, general message for you. You're excited. What are you so excited about, Guacamole? Something exciting happening to you in spring? Something coming towards you very soon? Okay, here we go, Gloria. What's a general message for you? How about what's going on in your life and what's going on in your life and what's going on in Dan's life? And then we'll put like a little spirit message down in the middle. That's good, you know, like, and you know, I live shuffled for you, so it was quite a wonderful. Did I live shuffle for you? I did. I think I did. Okay. Uh-oh. So let me refocus. Okay, I'm gonna refocus. I'm giggling and being too silly and not focusing. Okay, here we go. Here we go. For Gloria. Yes, live. I did live shuffle. So what I was gonna say is I did live shuffle and no, I don't remember what I was gonna say. I did live shuffle. So you can take those messages to heart. Okay, here we go. We have Judgment and 9 of Wands. So we have the Wounded Warrior. That seems more like Dan. And then Judgment. And Judgment can be like, have to do with a person, but I feel like it also is about awakening, a change, a new beginning, a restart, a reset, that kind of energy. So let's see what your sacred earth has to say. There's going to be some kind of reset. Push the reset button. This person's got a band-aid on, lots of band-aids. Lots of healing happening. A lot of healing happening. And this person is having patience and using spirit as a guide and being, you're like first aid. Like this is the patient and this is the first aid to the patient. You're like this person's like nurse, like healer. Even though Judgment is not necessarily a healer card, it seems that way. coming through as the healer. And divine, because any of the cards, whenever they have wings, the characters have wings, it represents divinity. Let's see what your spirit message is. Time. Oh yes, isn't that so appropriate? Time is time, time, time. See what's become of me while I look around to my possibilities. Do, 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 do. Okay, so time. Look at all these characters you got. There's baby. There's the moon. Subconscious. Spirit. What you hold in your hand. Like healing, like Reiki healing. Wisdom. Nice. Alright, let's see what it has to say in the book about time. Okay, and by the way, happy new moon in Aries. So it feels very new. Everything feels real new. We're in the new calendar year of Aries. We're in the new moon of Aries. Aries represents the infant, the baby of the zodiac. And so everything is new and fresh. Time, the earthly meaning is feeling of frustration when plans don't go the way you expect, or the feeling that everything is too late, that you missed out something, that things are not happening quickly enough, and comparisons. And sometimes that can lead to a lack mentality, wishing for the old days or a time that's already gone past instead of focusing on the present and the now. And release yourself from anxiety by weighing what really matters, and make goals, like weekly goals, your monthly goals, 6 monthly goals, and things like that to help keep your mind focused on, changing in the things in the future, and then see the progress, how everything has actually changed. You may not be seeing things looking any different or being any different or improving necessarily, but when you start to compare things, little by little, you'll see small differences, small changes. The spiritual meaning here is feelings, memories, and emotions rise and fall in the ocean of your heart. Like flotsam, they are surrendered to the shores of consciousness. A space clears and fills with light. The ocean in your heart is but a drop in the waters of creation, beyond the boundaries of time and space, immersed, weightless. Let go, be free. Our beautiful planet is timeless. Earth doesn't know what a day or millennium it is, or what day or millennium it is, The calendar we follow, and that's so funny because I was talking about the calendar and spring and time and the beginning of the zodiac calendar. But even though that much is true, and we can measure time by seasons, by clocks and man-made things and sunrises and sunsets and moon cycles, it's not necessarily representative of the passage of time. Time is going to be measured differently too for you, and you'll understand more later. But right now, this time can be somewhat frustrating, not seeing what you want to see in a certain amount of time, So it is that filter, though, which we perceive our age, measure our progress through life. The sunrise doesn't wait for the alarm to ring, and life isn't measured by ticks and talks. How old would you be if you didn't know your age? If there was no such thing as too early or too late or one day, would it change how you see yourself? There are no expectations of where you should be right now. No milestone, no losing, no winning any race. Time cannot impede the turning of the tide, the changing of a season, or the birthing of a star. Outside of time, this moment is forever, and forever is now. The illusion is lost. Be whole, be present, be timeless. I like that. That I don't know. Sometimes I know like time messages can be frustrating just listening to that. But to me it's a relief, you know. It's a relief that there is no like they said, there is no race, you know, there is no trying to get somewhere before what happens, you know? I don't know, before something happens. Hurry up, let's get there. So let's see if we get any kiss messages for you. Oh, we've got forever trusting who we are. No matter what's going on, you always trust. You trust who you are. You'll be in my heart always. And that's all that really matters, right? To be in each other's hearts. Your soul is like a secret I could never keep. I never could keep. One of these days, you guys, I'm going to make this official on the websites, on the sites. There you go. Oh, you're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be. That's so like that one. Perfect. See? And I think this comes out for you a lot, Gloria. That's the feelings there. That's the feels. All right. I will. Quacky. I'll be right back. I need to get a drink and change to more comfortable shorts so this don't squeeze my legs and cut off my circulation. I have on tight pants, tight booty pants. Now, I'll describe it. They're very tight. No, they're just shorts. Anyway, but I'll be right back. Pumpkin wants to say hi. Hello, everybody. She wished me. Okay. Oops. Alright. All my eyelashes came off this morning. Oh my goodness. So I'll have to think tomorrow. Well, maybe by Tuesday. Maybe I'll go live on Tuesday. Finally, I'm so sorry, you guys. I missed Tuesday. I was out with a girlfriend and lost track of time, to be honest. To be honest. And then today I was out in the country. I lost track of time. So there you have it. Speaking of time, time to me, and that's exactly what's been happening to me lately. I haven't had the same concept of time, like not any linear kind of time going. I'm just like, it's not so much absent-minded, but this happens to me sometimes. I don't know if you guys remember from other times in my life, but I completely missed live readings and just like, oops, I didn't even remember it was Tuesday, or I didn't even remember it was Friday or whatever, you know. Sometimes that happens to me. Just saying, like, I don't know. It's just, I feel so, I don't think it's about it. I mean, I call it absent-minded, but I don't think it's absent-minded. I just feel like it's free of like a constraint, you know, like free of constraints. And so I forget sometimes the obligations that I've made for myself, you know. But at the same time, it's all sort of free form. This is all like not, I do keep up a certain schedule by habit, but it's a habit that is easily broken sometimes, right? Because it is what it is, you know? I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm in the flow. I don't know. I'm in the flow. I hope you guys don't mind. You're flowing with me, but y'all seem to be okay with it. Y'all are in the flow with me. I mean, I'm enjoying my moments. Tell you what. I tell you what. I got to be with my mama tonight and listen to my stepdaddy's crazy stories and eating some fish, fried fish for Fridays. Fried catfish. All right. So, Amira, will my son get a job with computer programming this year? He's taken a computer online class. Nice. Let's ask the pendulum real quick. Will Amira's son get a computer programming job this year? Yes or no? Will Amira's son get a computer programming job? I just thought y'all might like to see how I actually don't move see how still my fingers are. So yes or no? Clockwise is yes, counterclockwise is no. And slashing diagonal means it's in the cards. And then up and down is a maybe. Okay, it's like a yes. It's a positive maybe. Let's look into the cards, kind of. That's the answer. And so let's see. Let's check on Will your son get a computer job? Okay. Hermit. Ooh. I feel that is quite possible. Hermit has to do with communications and technical things. Virgo represents the mind in practical usages. Also, it could represent a person. It could also represent taking some time to it's analytics, analyzing, and it could also represent taking a time out, taking a little break, a spiritual retreat of sorts. Let's see. Oh, nice. We have the King of Swords. This could represent your sun. Air signs represents kind of like a little bit of a forceful attitude, and it's very intellectual. This is good energy with Virgo and air signs. It's an intellectual energy, so it definitely has the skills, the ability. I think maybe there's going to be possibly the interview is going to go really well where or like once maybe he likes his teacher, maybe he's going to like these online classes, but I feel like this is an interview. So once he's finished with his course, he's going to have an interview that goes really well. Let me see. Let's just make that middle card the outcome, of the online class, and I feel an interview here. Okay. I'll go with Revolution. That was 3 cards came out, but I think this is the message. This one's really cool though. Core. I also getting like, I feel like he's gonna really enjoy it. So if he's really enjoying what he's doing, he's gonna be winning no matter what. He's going to be a winner if he feels good about it. Like deep in the core of his being. But Revolution, I feel like he's gonna be and that next step of changing the world by things that he's learning and putting out there. But some of the things that he needs to make sure that he focuses on is not having like a lack mentality, and not comparing. It's not a competition. There's, a lot of people. It's interesting because this is good for me to hear too, but there's so many people that do so many of the same things out there. Like, for example, tarot readers. I'm like, oh, there's so many channels out there. There's no way I can compare. I can just do me and, reach and touch the people that are meant to find me, And I feel like that's the same with him. So he's going to do really well. He will have a great interview, and he will have he will certainly find work from this. But he needs to make sure not to compare himself to other people, because there's so many other people out there, There is no right way to live your life. There's no wrong way to set your pace to follow your path, and don't like make false markers. There's, how even by following the societal rules of you got to do this by this age and you got to do this by this age, or you got to have this done, and those kinds of limitations aren't going to help too much. So just, as long as he can relax and not worry about other people's markers, just his own timeline, what feels right for him, and there's not always like the perfect time to harvest and the perfect time to do this and do that. You definitely need rest sometimes. So if he gets the need for periods where he needs to rest or reflect or dream or create, those are necessary periods in time in his life that he needs. And you can't nurture those seeds if you don't have that rest time. In the spiritual meaning, it's saying, like invisible wheels, the season of life moves through an eternal death and rebirth, and what appears to begin, rise, fall away, and end is but a small part in an endless journey without any clear start or climax. In the bright stillness of the divine mind, every journey flows through love. This is your journey, your time, your season. Shine. So yeah, I think he's going to be shining. And this is talking about the burnt tones of the leaves, like in the fall. Short snowy days, bright bursts of color like in the spring, and long golden twilights mark the progress of Earth. And here again, we're talking about time. Isn't it interesting? As it ellipses the sun, the seasons come and go, days shorten and grow long again. If you do not know the winter, how shall you know the spring? In some parts of the world, winter never comes. Earth's revolution is noted more subtly, perhaps more intimately. The traditional people of northern Australia and the Tiwi Islands acknowledge as many as 13 seasons, where the European settlers observe only the wet and the dry. The journey around the sun is the same for all of Earth, even the North Pole, where a single night of winter lasts for 6 months. The progress is the same. The markers are different. In comparing your journey, your markers, your achievements to that of another, you might miss the signs that your season has come. You might have just one of those weird seasons, right? I'm going to read you a poem. This is by Tony Carmine Salerno, who made this book and that deck. Oh, sorry. And this poem happens to be right next to this Revolution card, so I feel like it's part of the message. A leaf is falling, smiling at the clouds, in total freedom and trust. The divine nature holds all in its embrace. In the heart of a bustling city, in the soul of a forest, a glowing ray shines through. A lonely seagull glides over the ocean. While the desert sings its soulful song, a whisper, a cry, a child is born, and someone sheds a tear of joy, while somewhere else, someone else, cries tears of sadness. The world goes on turning. The divine nature is present in all things. There you go. So, whatever happens in this situation, which I feel is going to be positive, that not like if he gets down for some reason, like my son's having a kind of, he's just going on job interviews, but like say he has an interview and then they say come back for a second interview, and then you go back, and then they don't call you for the job or the third interview, and then you just have to chalk it up and say this was not my season and I'm moving on to something better, bigger and better. But I feel in your son's case, he's going to have success from this online course. He's going to get his interviews, and not everything will fall into the time maybe that he imagined, but it's going to happen in his perfect season. All right. I hope that helps. Maybe we should get a Beyond Memoria card too. Well, good. Pumpkin, you go out? Do you want to stay with me or you want to go out? You want to go out? You want to go out? You stay with me? You stay with me? Okay, loose. I'll get some Earth Message Tarot. I think that's the same of the name of the tarot card you just showed us. It's actually the Sacred Earth Oracle, and you definitely can have some of that and more if you want. Some tarot and that. Okay, no pumpkin. No chewing the beads. No. No. No chewing the beads. They're not candy. They're not candy. No. What is with you? Okay. So let's go ahead and get some tarot first, and then we'll fill it in with the Sacred Earth messages. This is for the new moon. I know, it's tarot. New moon. Okay. Oh, you have death. Nice. Like, so a rebirth of things, starting over, refreshing, starting new, cleaning away the old and beginning again, taking on a new journey, taking on something new. Also represents Scorpio energy. Scorpio, it's like, Scorpio is like the phoenix, strength. Okay, so this next phase of your life is about not being afraid to take those chances, you know, like this is the time for strength has come. The time for courage has come. Maybe you've been through the part of the serendipity poem where you were just having acceptance of what is, and now your wisdom, your internal wisdom is saying, all right, now it's time for me to have courage to change what I can change, what I know I can change. And the signs are all over the place saying, hey, it's now time for you to have courage and change the things that you can change, instead of just your wisdom telling you just accept and not, you know, not do anything right now, just accept things the way they are. I mean, acceptance is good in all elements as well, in all situations, but there is that time where you need a leap of faith. And it's funny we're talking about time tonight, and time in this case is about the season, right? The moment. Death is like represents winter, and winter, it's like the winter of your life is done now. That quiet, peaceful, restful phase of your life where you just had stillness, reflection, acceptance, surrender, and those kinds of energies. Now it's time to meet the new with a sense of courage, strength, exuberance, energy, faith, you know, a little bit more of a, and try and flow with the universe, flow with this energy, because Don't resist it, because resisting is going to be harder on you. When you flow with this exciting energy, then it'll work better. So when you have these moments that just kind of come out of the blue for you to act, to have action instead of just being passive, act, when you feel the time is right, you'll feel it, you'll know it. Let's see what your oracle message says. Ooh. Aha, dependability. This is one of my favorite ones. Okay. So, dependability is like being there for yourself and for others when they need you most, It's staying focused, sticking to your goals. Sometimes it's not being distracted by secondhand or ill-informed opinions. The truth has a way of revealing itself, so you don't need to get involved. Turn to or be someone you can trust. So this represents a little bit like this kind of came out in my messages from your person today, pile 3, guacamole's pile, where a lot of us out there will listen to multiple types of tarot readers, and you're definitely welcome to. I'm not saying anyone, I'm not specifying who you should listen to, because it's a very personal kind of relationship you have with the messages you hear. But it is important to resonate with it. When they start to feel off or wrong too many times, then that reader really isn't for you, and or you're watching too many messages, and or you're watching at a time where it's not, you're not meant to listen to a message, right? It's not, spirit's not really actually trying to reach you. Sometimes we watch them out of habit, sometimes we watch them out of pleasure, entertainment, which is all fine, but the real purpose of watching these kinds of things is feeling called to it. And when you feel in a very peaceful, nice, even mood, and not when you're feeling upset, disgruntled, mad, angry, frustrated. It's best when you're feeling already in a good place in your heart and mind, and something just really does call you in, like pops out at you. That's when you go with that energy, then you'll know you have something more significant. But even if that doesn't resonate with you, it's okay to let it go and not take that as your message. It's okay, because the true message will ring true to you in your soul. And I feel like if you're a very honest person, and if you ring true in your things that you talk to people, say things to people, then you will also attract the truth, and you will attract true things towards you. So be authentic to yourself, and be also a truth teller, and then you will also attract truth to you, avoid like people who like say things loudly. A lot of people will say things flamboyantly or loudly or with a lot of attitude, and supposedly that makes it true by snapping their fingers or rolling their eyes or clicking their tongues or smacking their, you know what I'm saying, or being very loud about it. All those things are just surface stuff or characteristics, but it doesn't make it more true, right? It doesn't make it more true. And really the truth is something that you will ring like a bell to you. You will feel it. So keep that in mind. So the spiritual meaning here is listen and respect all points of view, but in the end, you must be true to yourself. Put your faith in the great compassion of your heart and find comfort knowing that love is the greatest law of all. In the arms of Mother Earth, you can find acceptance, clarity, and beauty you can depend on. And see, I was just talking about acceptance. You've been through the acceptance phase, but the next phase will be right now that's coming up is courage. But if this doesn't ring true to you, this message doesn't ring true to you, then follow your own heart because that is where the truth is actually lying right now. The law of love is absolute. So, rocks do not levitate and plants don't swing out of orbit. Nature is dependable. In space and on Earth, atoms follow the same rules. Light travels at the same speed everywhere, be it from a distant star or the flame of a birthday candle. Water boils at 100 degrees. You can depend on gravity, the rotation of Earth, and that you've forgotten your coffee will cool to room temperature. Nature has laws it follows without exception. There's not one set of laws for the mountaintops and another for the valleys. Stars abide by the same laws as grains of sand. It is nature's loyalty to these laws that give Earth the order it needs to support life. Outside of these laws is chaos and miracles. Before you accept the truth is absolute, before you accept a truth as absolute, put it to the test. Is it true? Is it as true for the weak as it is for the strong? Is it as right for the rich as it is for the poor? The law of the universe has no bias. We can depend of them regardless of age, wealth, culture, or status. So remember that, I guess, in every area of your life, and even when you're dealing in a political sense too, the truth is, the truth is, or something is absolute if it is true for the weak and the strong, the rich and the poor. It's not something that will only help one class or one type of citizen. It will help everyone. It will be back up everyone in a even playing field kind of energy. That's the way universe sees us as beings, as equals, as all of us worthy of abundance and joy and fulfillment and happiness and all of that. See? All right, that's pretty interesting, I think. So there's times where you may compare and maybe you feel like somebody for some reason is more deserving, but they're not, Guacamole. The dependability card is so interesting because it looks like the couple about to burst something together. Maybe that's a sign. Yeah. Oh, after my 4 miscarriages, I accepted that I might not ever be a mom, but lately I've been feeling like I want to try again 6 years later. So I've been feeling the strength to try again. And that's interesting too. Like, you probably, part of the reason why mentally you don't think that it's possible because of logically how people explained it to you. And all of the advice and things have been probably not malicious, good-natured information. And society, we grow up, we believe that our prime of our baby making years are, I guess they can start as early as 18 all the way to about 30 something. That's our prime. There's this supposed ticking clock at 30 years old, which now seems to be being pushed back a little bit later and later and later as scientifically we just becoming healthier and stronger at older ages. But all of this stuff doesn't really matter if you don't think of it as mattering. It so much more is what your mind is perceiving than what outside people are telling you. Miracles happen all the time, and the thing that makes a miracle is Not that it's so out of the ordinary, well, maybe a little bit, but but it's something that happened that was, that people just said, people were telling you could never happen. This could never happen because blah, 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 whatever their reasoning is, because it's never happened before, because it's rare, or whatever it is. That doesn't mean that it can never happen, And if you have the mindset that you can bring it in, then you can. Let's see what the Beyond Memoria has to say. Manifesting doesn't have limits like that. Doesn't have these human construct limits. We're ageless, limitless. Vulnerability. When we are truly honest with ourselves in all our facets, we are vulnerable. That honesty is an important step in discovering our shadows and bringing them into the light for healing. When we share our vulnerabilities with others, we allow them to glimpse a deeper part of ourselves. Be vulnerable with yourself and others. It may be time to step into the role of healer and hold space. Holding space means being fully present without judgment in a way that provides a safe and nurturing environment. Here, guards are dropped, a deeper level of awareness and relating can unfold, and profound healing can take place. So maybe you have a little bit of a mission before you bring in a child. There is maybe there's something that you need to do, something to reach out to some others first to help them be vulnerable, to feel safe, whatever. And that will allow them to feel good and will also open maybe your vessel up for fertility. Who knows? But weird stuff happens all the time like that. I've had friends, years, miscarriages, all kinds of stuff happen, and then they have their miracle child, and a lot of times these kinds of things happen when you decide, okay, well, it's not going to happen to me. I guess I'll adopt. And when you that energy of adoption opens up a place and like makes you open and vulnerable and caring and compassionate, it like opens you up, and so then you get pregnant. So I feel like that this can help you, like sort of an outer energy, an energy where you're reaching out of compassion to others, can help open your vessel, so to speak. Well, there's lots of ways you can work. It's not all about like how when you're trying to get pregnant, it's just your mind's on your body, me. Well, and that's understandable, but if you just change that around a little bit, then that could change the energy too. And you had death card first, so death is birth, death is life and death and life and death, like this cycle. And I feel like the seed is going to be planted and something will grow. But you have to have faith in it. You have to believe. You have to have courage and strength and meet it. You're right about that. You are right. To try again. I know it's spring, but I'm feeling an exceptional fertile season for the collective right now. A very high fertility in the air. Especially with this new moon in Aries. That Aries represents baby energy because Aries is the infant. All right. Very nice, Luz. Okay, Guaki. Guaki, did you want to do that? You're welcome, Luz. Did you want to do the back and forth messages? Or did you want to just do something general? What were you asking about earlier? Did you ask a question? Excuse me. Just a hint of what might happen this month with Sung. Okay, a hint. Okay, let's do that. Now I want to do that with you. Oh, okay. I gotta go get my charger anyway, so good timing. Gotta go get my charger and I'll get those cards. Hi, Giggles. Alright, here we go. Ooh, I was only at 2%. Alright, so ask Sung a question. You start. That's okay. You'll be up after guacamole's done. Sung, does your 3D self know me finally? Okay, let's see. Sung told me to go to these cards and stuff. Sung, does your 3D self know me? Am I loud or clear, or are we breaking up? So this is real interesting. Sometimes this represents, you know, like maybe we're breaking up, but this is like, isn't it obvious? Like, isn't it obvious that I know you? That I recognize that you've been talking to me? Like, it's almost like, are we on this phone that keeps dropping, the call keeps dropping, or you hear fuzz? Like, what was that commercial back in the day? Remember it was like a cell phone commercial and it was like, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Does anybody remember that? Amira, do you remember that? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? It's like the, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh my gosh. That is what I'm feeling. Like, you keep asking this question, can you hear me now? Like, are we coming in clear? Because I thought we passed this questioning already. All right. So now Sung is going to ask you something or tell you something. One thing at a time, please. Spirit. I'm starting to see how you are my light. All right. Let's put that there, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing this. So now what do you want to say? What do you want me to get ready for before we meet in 3D? Like, how do you want me to prepare? You are the song of my soul. It's not you, it's me. Huh. Okay, he heard something else. He heard, did you think something before you asked the question, like did you go through a second of doubt? Okay, so this is more of the same. I think he's still answering this question about, like, isn't it, like, am I not making myself clear to you? Did you think of something? And you said something else out loud. You got to go with the first thing you think of. Don't, like, do a nice planned question. Like, just go with your guts. So if there's any reason, my other question was who's going to contact who first? Oh, it's not you, it's me. Okay, good. All right, where are we now? Is it his turn or your turn? Oh yeah, he has to ask you something. He's going to tell you or ask you something. Sometimes I wonder if I'm good enough for you. What do you have to say about that? And here's more. Here's more from that. How do you do it? Make me feel like you do. I may not be with you, but you got to hold on. Okay, nice. I love that. You're totally mirroring me. Let's work on this together. Okay, let's see what he's going to say to that. Thank you. Thank you for being patient. Nice. You've been in my dreams. Oh, okay, good. See, this is what I want you to do, Quacky. More of that. Now go. Talk to him. Don't ask me questions. Just talk to him. I've been dreaming a lot about you too. Let's see what he has to say to that. I keep running because I never had a love like this strong before. I'm sorry for all the pain that I've caused you. I need you to know that it hurts me knowing that I hurt you. I don't want to be rejected, so I stay silent. I feel safer not knowing the outcome. He's really spilling the beans because he knows, like, some of the stuff that you've gone through. Does that offer still stand? Like, I know you probably haven't made an offer, but it's almost like past, present, and futures in this moment, like of an offer, like of a get together, so it's like it's something that you might be asking him in the future, or maybe something he might be asking you. Or I don't know if you've offered him something in your DMs or something, but somehow, some way he's trying to reach you now that the channel of communication is open. I'm excited to meet you. If I stand or fall, it's all or nothing at all. Here we go again. Didn't this just come out for you? Forever trusting who we are. All right. Forever trusting in who we are. So trust that it's going to happen. Keep your trust going. So maybe one or two more questions. Or we can stop and I can try to look into clues if you like. Oh, it did? All right. Well, patience is hard for me. It's funny. It seems like you should be the Aries here. I only want to be with you. Nice. But he sees you that you're patient. See? He's like, I think you're actually quite patient. You're like the characters in The Wizard of Oz who don't even know that they have their own that or seeking the gifts that they already possess. You already are patient. You're very patient. My heart is yearning for you. All right, we're going to leave it at that. Oh, that's nice. I try. It's not easy. But his heart is yearning for you. I only want to be with you. My heart's yearning for you. See? See, the yearning that's the beginning of the twin flame journey begins with the yearning. And that it's like the little ignition that starts the engine of the journey. All right, so what are we going to do now? We're going to do I'm going to do a little bit of tarot to see what might happen for you this month. Okay. If Spirit so chooses to let us know what is coming up for you this month. I almost want to get the romantic tarot. I thought that one was speaking really well. We have the Ace of Cups, love, 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 new beginnings, bukus of love, Seven of Wands. Okay, all right, defending yourself, defending your love, defending who you are to each other. And that bodyguard, it's almost like you have to call upon a spiritual bodyguard. I see in my mind him maybe sung or somebody holding you and like getting in front of you, like protecting you, like putting you behind him or holding you by his side and putting you like behind him, with him standing in front of you and taking the hit or whatever, taking the hit for you, whatever it is, not like a physical hit, but like a verbal hit or spiritual hit or something like that, but like I feel this kind of protective energy, like him defending you, like him protecting you. If you can get in the same room with him at all, at any time, you will know, because that energy will shift, and you will know beyond the shadow of a doubt. Oh, okay. Messages are coming in. Swift action. Lots of stuff happening. The adventure begins. It's almost like point of no return. Like, yeah, the fame portion, but you have to accept that and be brave, because, yeah, you're going to have the tools, though. You'll have the wands, the protection. So don't worry, but it will be there. But I feel like you're going to be swept off your feet somehow, but communication is coming through really fast. Were you? And it also feels kind of like throwing things, like maybe something is thrown. Like, look at all these roses. Like the roses are being thrown at you. And somebody jumps in front of you and protects you from the rose that's thrown at you. I don't know. I don't know what that means. It's symbolic, but it just means... Okay. 5 of Cups. All right, don't cry about it. Don't get too scared. Oh no, don't go into 5 mode. Oh, the devil cannot win. Don't let her win. All right, so somebody's gonna like intimidate you, freak you out, scare you off a little bit. Like you're initially you're coming with a lot of love, but you kind of feel defensive, and then like his energy comes in with love and protection, and something starts to move it happens very fast, but like there's this defensive energy, okay, so just keep this in mind. Don't leave your guard down, because if you leave your guard down, then you might be too vulnerable in a situation. So I don't mean say don't leave your guard down with Sun, but I mean Sun. Why did I say Sun? Sun. I mean, don't leave your guard down where in other circumstances. Be careful of people you put trust into, okay? Just saying. Be careful. This is not the end of the story, though. Like, okay. Don't worry. The devil came through, but the devil is not going to win. Let me show you what's coming up next. Okay. So here you are. You are, something happened. You feel it. It's almost like this kind of feels like you almost made it backstage or something like that, and you got a disappointment because maybe, I don't know, somebody's like, nobody can pass or whatever, and you're like, damn. Okay, so now let's see what happens. Oh no, okay. And you're still not believing it when somebody say, okay, well, let's see what we can do for you. I think there's some way we can, let you talk to him, meet him, whatever. But you're not buying it. Okay, you have to, this is like a test of your faith, of your loyalty, your strength, your courage. And look, and then you got death. So a transformation happens by the end of the month. But you're going to be going through kind of a bit of a test of your loyalty, of your faith, don't get down so fast. Like, don't react so fast where you just, I give up, No, you got to keep this, like, brave face, like, close your eyes, take a deep breath, plant your feet firm, stay strong, right? Stay strong. Don't get defeated so quickly. Don't let little Miss pretend like I'm the boss and I can boss you around get in the way. She's nobody. She's just dressed up fancy and she's got heart-shaped glasses on. Who cares? She's not anybody important. She's just acting important, okay? She's acting important, this person. And you're all defeated thinking, oh, somebody very important has come through and has poo-pooed my possibilities. But that's not true. Like, the possibilities are still there. You're getting too defeated. You have to, this is a test of your strength, okay? So hang in there. Let's see if anything, so if you hang in there, what will happen? This is a long reading. It's like a long story. There's a lot of details to it. Sometimes there's just like a simple story, and sometimes there's a very detailed story. Okay, nice. So you have Temperance. I feel like this is like a nice person coming through, like the sensible one. Like this is like somebody who's power hungry, who thinks she has authority, but she really doesn't. And this is the lady's like, I'm sorry, miss, but you have this wrong and I'm in charge here. Go away. And we get you through. We get the, she's balancing the energy. She's coming through. She's like fairy godmother coming through. She's your fairy godmother, going to fix the situation for you. And Death is like Cinderella, like getting the ball gown. You know how the transformation Cinderella goes through? So fairy godmother comes through because you have faith. All right, so you know that moment in Cinderella, and there's the shoe, and the prince is looking for his Cinderella. You are Cinderella story, okay? So that moment, which is one of my favorite moments in movie moments of all time, where her dress is all ripped up and she thought, oh, she was so excited. She thought she was going to the ball. She's wearing her mother's dress that the mice fixed for her, and then her damn stepsisters tear it up. So, like she's been through enough already, and then finally she got to the rock bottom, basically. So she runs out in the garden, starts crying, and she's like, it's useless. It's no hope. It's this. Oh, it's no use. I'll never go to the ball. Oh, never, never, never. No, I'll never go to the ball. And these are like the mice. They're like, here, you go to the ball. No, it's never gonna happen. And then, I'm just gonna be cold and miserable forever, and nothing ever works for me. And it's like, yeah, you're not exactly on the right level. You need heart-shaped glasses anyway. And then something, but there's this like little seed inside you as you're sitting there crying. Then the fairy godmother comes in and she's like, oh really, you're never gonna, you're hopeless, nothing's gonna happen. And she's like, whoa, who are you? I'm your fairy godmother, and you know what, you have more faith than you realize, because if you didn't have faith, I wouldn't be here, and here I am, and I'm gonna grant you your wishes. Okay. Okay, so what's coming next? Oh, I got goosebumps. Look at that. You got the 9 of Cups. This is like winning the lottery. This is like push any button and get what? That love cup that came out from the beginning of the reading, and cha-ching, there goes the love cup. And so no need to worry. You're going to get the love cup. And then the Princess of Swords here. And you're going to feel yourself again. And you're going to feel all pretty in your beautiful little polka dot pants. And your hair is going to be all fixed up. And you're ready to go. You're ready to meet him. You'll feel ready. You'll feel like, okay, I feel like my own self again. I feel like my energy is back. And I'm ready to do this. But it's going to be a little bit of a story for you, like a little bit of a journey. So push any button and you will get your love. The love will open up. Let's see. Is the sun even going to come out and see you, or what's happening? Why is he being so quiet in these cards? This is all spirit and guacamole energy. And Nemesis energy. I felt him right here, And this stick makes me think of him, but honestly, that's the only place where I felt him, really. What's gonna happen with him? Oh, Three of Wands. Okay, so he's coming through with the roses. So those roses that were being thrown at you are not being thrown at you. They are the communication. The communication is coming through. So you'll be able to talk to him. You'll be able to talk to him. And this is, you know, like, I feel like there's a bit of like they're trying to get through the communication, trying to get through, right? Get through to you. Finally, it finds an avenue. It finds its way to you somehow. So it feels like something like that. Yeah, and like maybe this represents these communication roses was trying to get to you, but they got blocked somehow from you. But then they finally came through. They finally come through. Anyway, the message behind all of this, what do you think the message is, Guacamole? This is the message. Be strong. Have faith. And, you know, hang in there. Don't do this. No. Don't do this. No. Don't do this. No. That's right. Visualize the best possible outcome. She is nobody important. Okay? You are strong. You are Mulan, not anybody else. These cups all belong to you. They belong to you. Those cups are yours. Your cups, your drink, that's yours. These messages are for you, nobody else but you. You are the star of the show. You get this treat. And you're going through a transformation. But even if, you know, like, even if it's not super obvious, like a Cinderella transformation, there's going to be some kind of transformation because you had the strength and the courage and the faith. Okay? So a little bit of a trial. I don't know if all of this is happening in April, but this is kind of some of your story. Does that make any sense to you? You read that Temperance card is actually a card that represents song. Oh, really? I did, huh? So that's good. So Temperance, your fairy godmother, could be in disguise. Maybe Sung gets somebody to speak for him and say, hey, tell her, assure her. And she's like, yes, of course, I'll assure her. His assistant comes through and she's like, oh, yes, come right this way. I have a special place for you. I have something special passage. Just push this button. Okay, yeah, these are the cards we're not going to do. You're not going to do those. We don't need to worry about her. She's not important. You're strong, you're strong, you're strong, and you're smart. Use your brains too. Okay. I know it's like a Korean drama. Actually, I watched one of those, I don't know if it was Korean or Chinese, or I feel like it was Chinese people in this. But anyway, maybe it was Korean, but I was just, I don't know, it popped up in my feed and it was this like little story about, you know, has a little moral to it, right? So this nice woman, she was a store clerk and she helped this lady who didn't look fancy, but the appearance of the lady was not fancy looking, but the lady wanted to buy $1 million I don't know, jewelry set or something like that. And so the store clerk said, sure, I'll show you some, you know, jewelry. But, you know, the other clerks were like, oh, don't show that old messed up looking woman. And he thinks she doesn't have any money, whatever. And it was a very Beauty and the Beast kind of energy, you know, and interesting with the roses and stuff like that, appearances and having prejudice and bias and stuff. And then this girl who was pure, the store clerk, didn't have bias, and she was open and kind and caring. And you know, because of her kind nature, she wins in the end. I feel like same thing with you. As long as you stay true to yourself and stay good in your kind nature, you will be the winner in the end. You are the Cinderella. That's how why Cinderella got her prince, because she stayed true and genuine and kind. See? Okay. Wow. All right. So, giggles. So, I have two plaques here. I mean, how many? So, giggles, you have a big story to tell us. Tell us about your. You had a a date with Sotos, Christian Sotos. Yeah, it was a little bit wild. I don't know how accurate this is, but I feel like it's kind of a story that has a moral. Like the moral is more important than the actual events of the story. I think it's a parable. And maybe it doesn't reflect the exact events that are going to happen to you, but it's a parable. It's like a lesson that you need to learn, something that you have to know about yourself. Like knowing that in times of trouble, you don't just give up. You dig in even harder, you know, dig your heels in and stand brave and strong for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Well, giggles, what are you doing? Giggles fell asleep. Did she fall back asleep? Who starts? If Giggles doesn't answer, I might just let her email me, because honestly, I know she's got a little soap opera going on in her life. Well, I don't know how much, because she had two men she was interested in it. And there was a point where there was like four guys, but now I mean, it's basically always just been two Christians, and mainly it's been one Christian who is her twin flame, which is Sotos. And I know, right? It probably put a lot of people to sleep. And not that it wasn't exciting. I thought it was so exciting. It's just my voice does that. I think my voice makes people sleepy. But so with Giggles, it's like she just I think her last thing that she said that last week when we talked was that she slept with him again. That they had made love. And as far as history is concerned with Giggles, they have made love once before, and she got pregnant and lost their child. And so, I mean, not laughing that's not funny. It's sad, but uh, she should. I've done private readings for her before, but you know, we can paste it up there for her. So yeah, so the latest with the Pena, like Pena didn't want to be serious and like, you know, be committed, but there's some he's Virgo. He had sort of a type of stability, but still he wasn't, it was hard to pin him down. Then Soto was with another girl for a little while, I thought, but now he's not, as far as I remember. And then they went out or something. That's what seemed like was what she said last week. So I don't know, but I feel like, I'm going to do a quickie for her. What's next? Let's just see what's next in her love life. And then I'll do a longer version whenever she reaches out to me. It's a telenovela. It totally is. It is. Oh, a rendezvous. Well, she just had that. She had the rendezvous, but another one is coming. Oh, and that's her twin flame. See? So Soto is the one. That's a quickie. Like Giggles only had to give me $2 for this answer. You found the one, and you're going to have another love encounters. Heart, body, and mind, and soul coming through for Giggles. Okay, I'm going to tell her that these came out whenever she emails me. And then we'll see what else. But, you know, I'm a little bit tired. I know I started late, but it'd be great if I could go to bed right now and not put it off anymore. Not linger too long. That would be great. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mira. You're so nice to me. You give me a flush of feel goods. I feel good. I feel like it was good. I had a beautiful outside day today, and Spirit said that too. Like if I do more outdoor things, then I'll feel more. I'll get good channeled messages. So yeah, it was mostly busy because I did a lot of driving, but well, maybe a little bit. Mostly driving and sitting with the blue bonnets and sitting outdoors eating fish. And that's about my day. But it was nice. So tomorrow morning, you guys, I'm going to post the blue bonnet video. So I hope you like it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or I'll see y'all in the comments of the video, hopefully. And then I'll go live again Tuesday if I don't forget. So I'll see you next time. And then Gawky and I will be in our usual places in our email boxes, but you're welcome to email me if you have any questions or you just want to connect or you want to share something in your life. You know what? I'm always happy to listen and you know, give you my encouragement and hugs and anything that you might need in that regard. So thank you guys for being here for me, and you have my email address up there. All right, you guys, or there. Yeah, it would be more like, I don't know. Depends if you're on a laptop or a phone. Right there. Okay. They trust and Pixie does.